Hey guys, Matt here. For those of you that don't know me, I am a traveling YouTuber. I'm cycling all the way around the world from China to the United States on a recumbent three-wheeled trike. If that interests you, then you might want to subscribe to this channel. If you're only here to hear about the G7X, then I will cut to the chase. I have enjoyed recording on a Canon G7X for a number of years. They're a great compact camera. They do what I need to do, and the retractable lens fits in my tricycle's pannier bag quite easily, kind of straight away from Micro Four Thirds, and originally I even carried around a DSLR, but it was just too heavy and too bulky. The G7X solved all those problems. The only thing that the G7X didn't have, on at least the Mark II, was an audio jack and filming in 4K. Well, that is until the Canon G7X Mark III came out. And I purchased this basically the day they launched the thing, and I love it. As a matter of fact, I'm using the Rode VideoMic Go from the audio jack on this camera. It's actually recording. So, hey everybody, multi-camera setup. I'm a solo cyclist, so this is how I get things done. If you're interested, by the way, with this rig that I have on this camera, it is fantastic. It was designed by me and produced by SmallRig. There is a link in the description, and I will do a video about it because it's quite intuitive. It allows you to connect two audio devices with two cold shoes, whether you want audio or something else. It allows for multiple options with regards to connecting a tripod, and it allows you to access the battery and the SD card while the camera is working, and while your rig is connected, and while the tripod is connected, which is amazing. But let's talk about that in another video. This is about the glaring problem if you did purchase this camera recently. If you did, it comes at a big problem. The focus is horrible. I was trying to use it, and as a vlogger, you know, you're talking to the camera and it's constantly losing focus, trying to find your face when you're using it forward. It's constantly coming in and out, and I just was having a hell of a time getting it to work properly. It just kept wandering around. The only way that I could get it to work was to manually pull focus perfectly and then lock it in, and that works some of the time. But I was really frustrated, and if you go online, you'll see a lot of other people were frustrated too. Yesterday, I went on the Canon website and I found that they have a new firmware update. If you want to find out what firmware you're using, it's quite easy. You simply play the play button and the camera will power on. You hit the menu button and then you cycle through the camera settings until you get to the little wrench and number 5, and then you can go down to the firmware and hit that button, and current firmware is 1.1.0. I've updated it. So if you did want to update it, you can go to a link in the description below. I put the link to the direct firmware update. It's a file, whether you use Windows or Mac. You put it on your computer, you open up the executable file, and it'll open up a separate folder. You take the firmware update file and then you put it onto an SD card, and then you put the SD card in the camera, and then you go right here, and if you wanted to update your firmware, you hit OK, and then that's pretty much it. The camera will cycle through, find the file, and update. Make sure you have a full battery in your camera, and make sure that you're good to go. Once you do update your firmware, oh boy, I gotta say it is comparable or better than the focus on the camera that you're watching right now, which is the Canon G7X Mark II. So the Canon G7X Mark III is now the better camera that it was intended to be in the beginning. So I'm very happy. I'm sure you're going to be very happy. Use the link below, check it out. It makes the G7X Mark III the camera that is the improvement over the G7X Mark II. All is right with the world, and I can use the 4K video, I can use my external mic, which you guys want a little test for that? Because right now we're using the Canon G7X Mark II mic because I just turn the camera off and on so I could show you the firmware. But now I'm gonna power it on. Okay, I'm gonna flip up the screen. Now we are talking, and wow, the color is actually a little bit better on the Canon G7X Mark III. So I'm filming this in 1080, so you're not going to see the 4K capabilities, but right now I'm using the VideoMic Go. The VideoMic Go is great. I can actually extend a little lav mic so that it doesn't show this big blocky thing. So you can hear the quality of the VideoMic Go running through the Canon G7X Mark III. The audio quality is pretty good, right? If you compare to the Canon G7X Mark II and go to the Canon G7X Mark III, 2, 3, la 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 la, la 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 la. So this is the VideoMic Go. Hey, do you guys want to know what this microphone sounds like with the Canon G7X Mark III? Let's give it a go. So we're gonna unplug the VideoMic Go. Okay, so now we're unplugging the VideoMic Go, and we're gonna plug in the VideoMic Pro. Oh, speaking of, look what we got here. We got a little buddy. Hey, you. How's it going? What are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry, buddy. I'm working on something here. I'm working on something. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm in Thailand right now. I'm in a city called Kanchanaburi. This is where the bridge over the River Kwai is, and some interesting videos I plan to make. I want to make a video about the railway here and its history and its contradiction to what we might have seen in the famous movie, The Bridge Over the River Kwai. And so I'm going to be making a video about that in the next few days, which is why these two cameras will come in very handy. Anyways, I'm using now the microphone here, and so this is the microphone that you're listening to, the boom mic. I wonder if it's better than the VideoMic Go. I'm very curious about that. And then if you want to go back to the camera, a G7X Mark II, this is the G7X Mark II recording, just standard from the microphone that sits on top of the camera. And so this is the VideoMic Pro, and this is the Canon G7X Mark II internal microphone. So then we're going to do one more thing, because I'm not sure if the microphone on this camera is any better than the microphone internally on this camera. So now we're just going to unplug everything. So I'm going to take the plug here, and it is now removed. And so now I'm talking to you on the Canon G7X Mark III, the internal microphone, and I'm looking over and I'm recording on the Canon G7X Mark II internal microphone. So is that any better? Is it any better? I don't know. So, all right, this is actually not the purpose of, I'm gonna plug that back in because I want some good audio. We're gonna use the boom now. Now this audio thing wasn't exactly the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video was to show the focus improvement. So now we have the Canon G7X Mark III with the 1.1.0 software. And let's just do some tests here. I took my glasses off because my eyes are a great indicator of focus. So, you know, is that focused? And then I go back. Focus is good. I'm off. And I come back. Focus is there pretty quick. Let me go up here. And then I'm going to tap focus. Pulls in pretty quick, and then let's go back to my face, and then didn't take, oh, it's still on the bushes. Okay, now it's back on my face. Of course, you know, the screen is touchscreen, so you give it a little tap and you get it to pull in focus a little bit better than it would normally if it just found your face. For example, if I go off and I come back, this focus is fantastic. Let's see if this guy does it as good. So there's my face. I'll go off. Now I come back. Yeah. I would say that the focus is comparable either way. All I would say is that that's the way the focus should be. Canon G7X has always been a pretty good camera with regards to focus. And now we have that back. So now the camera is behaving like it should be. If you're interested in this rig that I have on my Canon G7X, it is pretty awesome. Check the description below. It goes to JaYoe.com, which is my website, where you'll find all sorts of information about the tour, and you'll find a link to an affiliate link. If you buy it, please use my affiliate link to the SmallRig rig. Otherwise, if you want to follow me around the world, check out my other videos. This is a bit of an odd one. I'll be doing some gear review videos from time to time. But I thought this was poignant because I know a lot of you guys are having trouble if you do have a Canon G7X Mark III and you want to find a way to fix it. And I'm telling you, this is the way to fix it. So enjoy your Canon G7X Mark III again. It's back to the way it should be.